Welcome in, everybody. Come on in the room tonight. Come on in the room. Just before we get started, we want to share a little bit with you. So come on in. We're excited to be here tonight for Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. My name is Mone't and I am the visionary and host. Super honored and excited to be here with you all tonight. Everybody, come on in the room tonight. Come on in the room. Just before we get started, we want to share a little bit with you. So come on in. We're excited to be here tonight for Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. My name is Mone't and I am the visionary and host. Super honored and excited to be
Let me tell you, ladies, we got a lot to talk about. Success to celebrate, cheer, scream, and shout. Delivering more outcomes than an Amazon driver out. Determination and dedication, overcoming any doubt. Women, we wake up with the will just to win. Checking off that to-do list, shout out to Mr. Perfect Pen. Support your mama, sister, aunt, daughter, or girlfriend. Reach out with a word of encouragement, no matter how long it's been. Sister to sister, let's talk power.
Great evening, everybody. Again, come on in the room. We're excited tonight for another Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. We're excited because this weekend we just shared our very first power move encounter in the community conversation. And so we want to share it with you all. Come on in the room tonight. We're super excited for all that God has in store for us, all that is coming out of Mo's Enterprise, Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves, that we're just not talking, but we are literally walking, we are taking steps, we are making power moves. So tonight, I want you to come on in and take a seat with us. We're going to do some level setting tonight. We want to invite you to go ahead and click and share, click and share, click and share, and welcome somebody into this conversation tonight. Because tonight we get an opportunity, first and foremost, a happy July. Welcome into the month of July, July 2026. Can you all believe it? But the time is moving. The time is moving, and I know you might hear other people saying the time is moving, but time is what waiting. The good saying is it waits for no one, and so it's not waiting for you either. It's not waiting for me. We know that God, He is the one who controls time and space. Um, but even him, he gives us grace in that space. And so tonight we're going to talk about move, sis, move, sis, move. If you haven't had that accountability check in, sis, and you haven't had someone to pull you up and to let you know and give you a friendly reminder that now is your time and now is your turn. Let me be that one tonight to let you know and gently remind you that now is your time and now is your turn. And it's time for you to make that power move. Listen, y'all, I would never come on here and share anything or encourage you to do anything that I have not done. And so tonight, that's what's been laid upon my heart to speak to the ladies, speak to the women out there who have been pondering, wondering, thinking, should I, could I? Yes, you should make that move. So tonight I want to again welcome you into this space. Go ahead, take a moment to click and share with someone. And while you're doing that, I'm going to do the same because um listen, y'all, still navigating over here, and I'm going to do the same. So if you see me looking over, I'm looking at my other screen, just making sure and being able to share out um the same with others because we believe that sharing is caring. So I pray that you all can hear me loudly and clearly tonight. If not, let me know. We know that the weather is doing some other things outside, but we are persistent and we're going to keep it moving. So if I drop, just hang on in there. Hang on in there with me. But tonight the call is for those who have been lying dormant, that have been stuck, knowing that there's more, knowing that you should be moving and executing and letting things go. But for whatever reason, you are not doing that. Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clearly out there. Let me know that if this is hitting and resting upon you tonight. And so I want to hold on, y'all. I just want to make sure. Let me drop this in here. So, yes, I want to talk about that tonight. And it's not so much only for those who are stuck, not moving, but sometimes we move and we forget that we can move again. We move and then we stall. We move and then we stop. We move and then we pause. And it's not because God said pause, it's something in you. Because I know sometimes women of faith, we can get in a space. God said do this and God said do that. Yes, He said. But then there's times where we need to lay, stop, rest, regroup, do all of those things. But then there's also seasons that are go seasons. And so I believe from my own experience that it's all about identifying the space that you're in, locating yourself, identifying what season are you in, right? We're currently in the summertime, right? Our natural nature season. But spiritually, you might be in another season. And so you can't mix what you're feeling physically with what the spirit is saying to you or calling for you to do. Because many times the spirit will cause you to leap and to step outside of your comfort zone, to leap for something that you have never leaped for, to lean into hear something that you have never heard before. And if you are asking for, if you are believing for something different, but you're doing the same things over and over again, you wake up at the same time, it's the same routine, then that's going to get you the same results. And so I want to start up, I want to disrupt tonight the conversations that you've been having in your own head, in your own mind about yourself. Sometimes it's time for us to get out of our own heads. Instead of thinking on what you're thinking about yourself, especially if you know that, hey, you're not in the right mental space. Go to the word. See, what is God saying about you? You belong to him. You're made in his image, his uniqueness, and all those other things. Begin to affirm in yourself what God is saying about you. And so tonight, just again to level set, I want to come back to the ground level of sister to sister, talk power moves. We're almost at 5 years, January. And I remember me and my sister Essence, and shout out to Essence. She just had her 31st birthday. So shout out Essence. Sending you love, peace, blessings, all of those wonderful things as God continues to bless you in your life and all the wonderful things that you're doing and those that you're connected to. But we always was having, our little conversations, and um, I was always encouraging her to move forward and do things. So we were having a sister to sister talk about how it was one sister, literally to another sister. And we were having conversations about how far God has brought us out, just life and um, love and situations, just different things, personally, spiritually, um, career wise, business wise, all of these different aspects of family. And so we were talking, but we were also just talking about our progress and relationship as sisters and growth and the reality of it, the realness of it. Um, and so the conversation that got so good to us, I think one night on FaceTime or phone, I don't know if that I had FaceTime back then, y'all, because I was so good with my Android. That's a whole nother conversation. But we were having a conversation, and I said, "Wait a minute, this is so good. We need to just go public. We just need to go live." And during that time, I really wasn't big on lives on Facebook, but I knew that was an opportunity. And it was just something in me stirring up just to say, "Hey, let's take this live." And so I called it, I made a flyer. I said, I'll take care of the flyer and I'll name it and all those other things. And so I called it, I said, let's call it Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. And that's exactly what I did, what we did. So Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves in January, was that 2022, um, launched. And that very action was a power move. And during that time, a power move to me, it was simply getting out of my own way and simply just like busting a move, getting out of the situation, getting out of my head, getting out of what I could perceive as the roadblocks and busting a move, getting out of my what? Comfort zone, not doubting, not loading myself at the front end with limiting beliefs and what it could have, should have, would have, all these other things, what people were thinking. No, it was about let's go live because if we're experiencing this, then guess what? There's somebody else out there who may need the peace that we have. And it doesn't mean that we're at the end of this journey, but how many know that it's not about perfection? Hello, Monet. It's about your progress. So, with progress, literally every step of that progress process, whatever journey, it counts. There are certain parts of it that we will get release to share, but it does not minimize the fact that we have an opportunity to share and bless someone else who needs that perseverance, who needs that encouragement to move forward in their journey. So that's how Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves was birthed. Afterwards, because we went live on my page and she shared it on hers. Afterwards, I kept getting, I was getting so much feedback like, hey, this was great. Come back. We need to do this again. This was so good. So guess what? I kept showing up, you. I kept showing up. I kept showing up and I kept showing up and I kept showing up. Now we have over what I think almost close over, not think, but no, on YouTube, over close to over 200 broadcasts, lives of Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. So whether we had a guest or whether it was just me speaking and sharing or popping in, Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves has been my personal breakthrough story of how I continue to flow fearlessly level up, overcome, and win. And so, for that person out there who needs to break through, who needs to show up, who's sitting on the sidelines but needs to get in the game, I'm here to encourage you tonight that this is for you. I showed up tonight, not only for my continual breakthrough, because truth be told, sometimes I'm like, God, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? He's like, show up and I'm going to speak through you. Yes, I have my own time, personal time, devotions and studying and all of that. But at the end of the day, and you prepare, but when you show up, if you're really in this thing, you don't know how God is going to use you, but you have to be committed to the show up. Some people want to glow up, but can you just show up? And when you continue to show up, he will shine his light, his everlasting light and life upon you. So, whew, all of that. That was the show up, right? I wouldn't even prepare that. So I want to share with you as Sister to Sister has evolved. We've had a co-host. Shout out to Lady T, who's been with us. She was with us for a couple of years. But even as people transition and they come and go, that doesn't mean you abort. It doesn't mean that they, their season might stop, but you have to check it with God. Do you continue or do you stop? You have to be clear on those things. And so I pray that what I'm sharing tonight, insist, comma, move, all caps, exclamation. It's time for you to bust the move. I can't tell you what your move is. I can't tell you what your power move is tonight. But what I am assured of right now, and I'm very confident and clear, is that you know exactly what that move is that you've been pressed, impressed upon to make, to do, to go, to lean, to leap, to jump in, to invest in. We're not talking about being emotional and all of that. Emotions aside, we're talking about flat-footed, being solid. Some of us look at our bank accounts and allow our bank accounts to determine if we're going to move. Some look at people and allow that to determine, should I move? Some people look at their best friends and their associates Again, that's people, but those special relationships to determine and allow people, they go and they want to get their confirmation or blessing. Should I make this move? When they know they should. But they wait for the blessing or the amen for someone who's not even doing anything. And I'm here to admonish you tonight. Don't allow that in this second half of the year. It's July, y'all. July 6th already. Don't let that be your story because God wants to get the ultimate glory out of your life. He wants to get the glory out of your life. So I want to give you a refresher on what is a power boost. It is, and it has evolved again over the years, even in my life. But ultimately, it's getting out of your own way, getting out of your own head, getting out of your comfort zone. But a power move is also an intentional decision to get again out of your own way. So in the beginning, it was like, okay, it's getting out of my own way. But now, as I progressed and I'm moving forward, I got some skin in the game in this, y'all. It's that intentional decision to say, you know what, enough is enough. See, I don't know if you're really tired of being on the hamster wheel of life, doing the same thing, getting the same results. My question tonight, sis, do you really want it? No, sis, do you really want it? Do you really want what you say you want? Yeah. See, because no matter what my bank account is saying and dictating to me, my faith is stacked that if he gave it to me, then he has a resource that's going to get me to completion. But it's up to me to be able to see it so that I can see it, seize it. So a power move is an intentional underscore decision to get out of your own way and take action. Carry that intentionality along with you, but take that intentional action toward the life, whatever that is, that you want, that you desire. It is also choosing purpose over procrastination. How many out there have been putting things off and you've putting things off and you've putting things off and you're putting things off? I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow. But I've embraced the saying, and I don't even know the author, but give credit to who it belongs to. Don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today. So even and another one is how you do anything is how you do everything. Now I'm not perfect, but these are the sayings, and this is the talk that I give myself, right? The accountability check-in, I should say, that I give myself. Mo, you don't feel like washing those dishes right now. Here I go in my head. Girl, don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today. See, we don't want the outcomes and the fruit of not washing the dishes and having dishes and trash and things laying around. You don't want those outcomes. But are you willing to do the work in time, in the right time, not putting it off to tomorrow? Because there are benefits to doing it in time. Y'all, I'm speaking to myself tonight, even if it's one person out there. Listen, I'm showing up for me, even if people don't want to receive. That was good to me right there. Sometimes we want to put off to tomorrow, which we could do today, but there are benefits and blessings because if you wait until tomorrow, yes, you can still wash, but there might have been some other action, right? Residual things that comes from that. If you do you want rodents? Do you want right? Do you want other creatures? Like, come on, y'all know what I'm saying. So there are benefits to walking lockstep with what God said. Again, I don't want to be where he was, but I want to be where he is. So, sis, move. Sis, move. So it's choosing purpose over procrastination. It's what? Faith over fear. I'm no longer allowing fear to grip me. And I heard somebody say before that sometimes you gotta pick up that fear and put it in the back seat, right? Because on this road, while you in your vehicle, faith no longer has a front seat. You gotta put it in the trunk, put it far away from you, throw it out, whatever you need to do. But we're no longer when we're making that power move in bondage and held to bondage because of the fear. But we're embracing faith, freedom, action, inward tenacity and hope. We're faith bound, no longer fearful. And if you gotta hold that fear, put it in the back trunk. Put it as far as you can away from you so that you can continue to move forward. Mm. So when we are making a power move, we know again that we are making an intentional decision to take those necessary actions toward the life and the love and the dot whatever it is that you want. We're also choosing purpose over procrastination. We're also choosing faith over fear. And then guess what, y'all? We're choosing actions over excuses. Instead of saying, oh, I didn't do this because, turn that thing around. Allow that to be the reason that you did do it and not as opposed to the reason that you didn't do it. You get it? It's easy for us to say, "Oh, I didn't do that because mother came. She came and she interrupted my. I I had to allow my grandchildren to stay, so that's why I didn't do it." No, create another space. So they're in my space. I can't do this. If you gotta go sit in your car, if you have to go and sit in Panera Bread, I remember when I was finishing up my first book in 30 days, I looked up because I made an intentional decision that was in alignment with the end results that I wanted. And the goal, I set the deadline, a measurable result, deadline, and I worked towards it every day. So I was writing my book. I look up and oh, I really didn't realize that I wanted to do it in 30 days. I guess I didn't even as I wasn't locked into that, but I was motivated by just getting it done, executing. And when I got locked in with that, it was like, yeah, I live by myself, but sometimes in your comfort zone, in your home, you got to disrupt. You got to kind of break the norm because I got a little too comfortable. So I got up one Saturday, went to Panera Bread in Hunt Valley, set up my computer screen and was going in, transcribing, writing out, finishing up my manuscript, all of the things. So instead of making excuses, when we're making a power move, we take action. And we don't only just take action, y'all. We take massive action. Like Grant Cardone, he says, you got to 10x that thing. But even if you don't 10x it right off, guess what? Take a step. You're 1x, but we multiply. Take the first step. 10x sounds wonderful. But I want to encourage you to take the first step because when you take that first step, it's going to give you courage to keep on going and flowing and growing. The next identifier of a power move is growth over comfort. We started out with get out of your comfort zone. So we know when we're making a power move when we get out of our comfort zone and we choose growth over comfort. When you go to work out in the gym or in your home and your muscles, right? We immediately kind of feel the pain sometimes if we haven't been working out on a regular basis. But you don't immediately, see all the benefits of the muscles. But over time, you realize that there's growth, that there's expansion, that there's something different going on. But you had to get out of your comfort zone, the familiar space, get activated, and go ahead and begin the journey of exercising or your exercise routine or regimen. But you have to get out of your comfort zone. So a power move happens when you stop allowing doubt, fear, limiting beliefs, past disappointments, and other people's opinions to dictate your future. Let me say that one more time. A power move happens. It can happen when you stop allowing doubt, fear, limiting beliefs, disappointments, other people's opinions to dictate your future. What are you saying about your own future and your own life? Stop allowing other people's on the sidelines or up too close to dictate what your future will be. Listen, if you're out there, if you are out there listening tonight, let me know. Drop something in the chat. I welcome you all in tonight. Click and share, click and share, click and share. A power move, y'all, is the moment you release what is holding you back. You tap into the power. Come on, y'all, I'm talking from my heart tonight. You tap into the power within and make that intentional decision to move forward with intention. Look, I didn't put you intention in front, put intention in the back. Listen, intention, intention. Sometimes you got to load it up. But you make that decision to move with intention in your life. Even when you don't have all the answers, can I tell you that as I've shown up to sister talk power moves over the years, and still with every vision, every move, every leap that I've made and I continue to make, y'all, that I don't have all the answers. Just because you see me moving, it does not mean that Monet has the answers. But I have faith and confidence in the one who does. So, and I know that he's never let me down. So I continue to move and I obey and I agree quickly. Yes and amen. Yes and amen. And one thing that I would tell my younger self in this process of evolving and development is that I wish I would believe. Our time is our time, but guess what? I wish I would have believed quicker and sooner in the power of Monet, in the power that lies deep within, and the power that's within you. Yes, you. Yes, you who's watching live replay. But there's power within you that it's time for you to tap into. Will you believe it? Will you receive it? Because it's yours. Sometimes we're in seasons where we have to wait. Hmm. But I've learned and then there's seasons that we have to work. And work is not so much the toil of the work, but it's actually the execution. I believe that God has come to replace the toil with the oil. He's given us oil. So why are we toiling? Because sometimes the doers, I believe I'm a doer, we get used to toiling, we get used to doing, we get used to hustling, or I really don't like the hustle word, but hey, listen, it is what it is. You get used to making a way, or seizing the opportunity, or not so much seizing the opportunity, but when you have less of something, you see how it can be multiplied. I believe that is a skill set, and God gives us those things, gifts and talents to do that. And especially women, right? We have that gift of multiplication. You give us one thing, baby, boom, boom, boom. We can multiply that thing. Like Jesus, what was it, the three fishes and the five loaves of bread? But it's the power move happens again in that moment that we decide to release what is holding us back and we begin to tap into the power within us. So will you take that moment tonight to tap into the power of you, to believe quicker, to believe sooner, to trust quicker, to trust sooner? And I understand with so much going on in our world, there's so much that can cause us to be skeptical of opportunities and different things. But I've also had to learn how to take a risk and take a leap. Um, the phrase is escaping me right now, right? But to bet on myself. I had to bet on myself. And what it really was and is me choosing to believe what God has put inside of me. And guess what? If I fall or if I fail, I'm going to fail forward. I'm going to fail forward. And I'm going to believe and I'm going to trust that God has not brought me this far, literally, to leave me. and that it's a part of my process and it's a part of my journey. Some people are scared to take the leap and to step out because they don't want to fall. And none of us are out here wanting to fall and to fail. Trust and believe. I'm not saying, hey, I want to fail and I want to fall. But hey, my faith is tight. But if something should happen, at least I moved. And I'm a lot farther than what I was before I made the decision. Come on. Yo, as my church say, it's time to elevate you. Shift your mindset to receive the life that you want to live. Living the life that you want to live does not mean that everything is perfect. But are you making progress? Hmm. So the evidence of a power move is that you're able to release, let go, and to intentionally move forward. As I stated before, power move is not about perfection, but it is about progress. See, the power is moving inside of you. The power is moving inside of me. Are you allowing it to do the perfect work that it needs to do with inside of you? Are you daring to believe? Are you daring to dream? Are you daring to hope? Are you daring to step outside of you to get something? Jump off the hamster wheel and to obtain and grab a hold of something that you've never had before. Mm. It's all about progress and not perfection. I remember being afraid of going on live because it wasn't perfect. I had a coach, and one of the assignments was to just go on live. We were actually out of the state, and I think I was in the middle of a blizzard. She was like, where we were, it was snowing and all this, but we were still, listen, that was a power move in itself. We were still executing and doing the things that we needed to do in that season of my life, right? And even though the outcome of that season, it was like, okay, how things were, but it was a purpose to that whole relationship. But regarding the live, I was so nervous. Y'all just don't know. Maybe you do. And maybe that's why you're here. Because I can identify with it, right? And welcome to those who are tuning in tonight. But again, it's grabbing over to so much more so onto the faith as opposed to that fear that can grip you so bad and cause you to be paralyzed and not do it. But I was so concerned about being the perfect lighting and the perfect all of this and all. Listen, even to today, it's like, yes, it's all about excellence. Let's do it. I wanted to get better and better and better, gooder and gooder and gooder. But guess what? If it's not to the T of what I want it to be, listen, I'm going to surrender that to God. God, you send me the right people. God, you send me the right person to help me with that piece. But right now, my assignment is to show up so I can grow up some more, so I can evolve some more, so I can believe again some more. I can expand some more. See, when you're tired and sick and tired of being sick and tired of the old you, and you want to tap into another version of you, when you're really tired, you'll do whatever it takes, not just what your emotions is delivering in the moment. You will do whatever it takes and not just what your emotions are showing you in the moment. So I'm going to ask you tonight again, what does whatever it takes look like for you in this season of what God is pulling on you to do? Power move is about making the right move that's in alignment with your goals. As I always say, that's in alignment with your assignment, your values, your mission, and your vision. So, what power moves will you make? What steps will you take? How will you elevate, evolve now so that you can embrace your next? Y'all, it is July, and I know it's men who watch us as well. But tonight, sis, move. Sis, move. Bro, move. Do what you need to do. I've seen a lot of people cutting their hair, you know. Do what you need to do to get to the core of you. Do what you need to do to get to the core of you and the core of who you are. And as one of our dear friends says, well, the real you, please stand up. It's time for you to stand up. It's time for you to show up for your own success. Success is only what you define it to be. I can't define success for you, but I know what success is for me. Success for me is to be able to be at peace, to be able to wake up in freedom and not have to live life according to the alarm clock, to be able to build my business in alignment with what God is saying and not what man is saying. The freedom to choose, the freedom to create, the freedom to be who God has called me to be. And I'm still evolving. Success for me is no longer being held to people's opinions of me, their thoughts of me, because the only opinions and only thoughts that I am, yes, he gives you, let me just pause. Yes, he gives you mentors and people to speak into your life. But aside from that, I just need the confirmation from God. If he told me to do it, I'm going to do it. It might not look like how you want it to be. You take that up with God. I bust some moves and I've moved according to what I believe God has told me to do. And some people didn't like it, right? It's been some leaders, it's been some people have understood, but then sometimes, guess what? The understanding comes later in time. Ah, the understanding comes later in time for the people who need it. But that doesn't mean that you are the one who stops doing what God has called you to do, to explain yourself and what you're doing. If they believe the God that has sent you, and they should believe the God who is releasing you. Mm. If they believe the God who sent you, then they should believe the God who's releasing you. And that release doesn't necessarily have to be in alignment with what their flesh or what their spirit is saying. Because sometimes in leadership, it could be in your work, in your church, anywhere. Sometimes people allow their humanity to override what the spirit is saying. So then when their spirit catches up to what God has said and they see it, then it'll be what it is. But otherwise, it is in time. So listen, I pray that what has been shared tonight, because it's definitely from my heart, as always, sis, I want you to move. And I want you to move with power. I want you to move with intentionality. I want you to move in boldness. I want you to move with strength. I want you to move in discernment, heightened discernment. Even for the things that you don't understand, I want you to move in authority. I want you to move in authenticity. Be you. Don't be anybody else, but be who God has uniquely created you to be, because sis, it's your time to make a power move. It's your time and it's your turn. 7 is July, seventh month in the year. And the seven, the number seven, there may be other meanings, but one of the main meanings of the number seven is the number of completion. So I know for me, and it's even denoted on my calendar, in July, this is when I take a intentional, moment of pause and evaluation to assess what has happened, right? Redefine, get clarity, and to strategize for what's the next. And in that space, God will make clear what needs to be released, what needs to be embraced. Let's go on down the line and allow Him to divide. But those are the things. That's what happens for me in July. And so we have one major event that's happening as we're closing out tonight. This Saturday, this is our first, as I started out tonight sharing, the sister to sister. We're going in our fifth year. We've been virtual through Facebook. We've evolved through YouTube. We've went some lives on IG, but mostly Facebook and YouTube. We're building our YouTube page. So guess what? This is a call to go on over there. If you have not subscribed, go on over there. Mo's Enterprise, Mone't S. Horton. Type it in and follow us on YouTube. What we've been building in the way that God has given us, the pace that God has given us. And guess what, y'all? I'm so okay with that because I know that Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves has been my personal breakthrough, a part of my personal breakthrough story. Come with me. I want to show up unless God say, go on, sit down, pause, pause. Okay. So with that being said, it was time for us to shift and share in another space in person. So we are in partnership with the Enoch Pratt Library Northwood um, branch. And this is our third event in our last 90 days with the Northwood branch. And I'm telling you, it's just been blessed. And so we're inviting the community. It's open to the community free to the community. So you don't have to worry about that. But this is our first community conversation, sister to sister talk power move. First community conversation in the field, in person. And let me tell y'all, we have a dynamic uh, lineup of panelists. And so I am going to share this flyer yet again here, and I want to give you all an opportunity to join us in the room. Don't just meet us there, but beat us there, as they say. Don't just meet us there, but beat us there in the room this Saturday, July the 11th. And we talked about how the number seven, it denotes completion, but then also the number 11 denotes transition, the start, the pivot. And so I don't think it's by happenstance that God has allowed us to be positioned on this coming Saturday on 7-Eleven. And so I'm just excited to be in the room with these other dynamic ladies who are going to be a part of the I said powerhouse panelists that are that will be in the room with us. And so we have none other. Let me just go down the row. We have Dr. Janet Tompkins. Dr. Janet Tompkins, she is also known as the cash flow diva. She's a real estate developer, investor, lender, coach, speaker, author, educator. Listen, y'all, a absolute powerhouse and an absolute jewel. She has a beautiful heart. She has a beautiful mind. I am just excited to have her in the room and all of these ladies to just take time out of their busy schedules. So we next have Shannon Wright. Always want to say Dr. Shannon Wright. She is a functional nutrition and integration health educator and coach. She is the CEO of Life Balance Co. And I am honored for her to come and share on health and wellness. Then we also have, I say, my childhood church friend, Dr. Sharmika Lewis, and she is a licensed clinical social worker, and she is, oh my goodness, just phenomenal in what she does. And just bringing knowledge and understanding for your mental health and your faith, how it when it collides, and just transformation. So she is her core focus, trauma recovery, post-traumatic growth, faith and mental health integration, again, how they come together. So I'm super excited that um she's also able to be a part. And then none other, and I want to say doctor here too, y'all. Robin R. Haynes, y'all. Come on now. Business advisor and financial strategist. My good friend. Robin R. Haynes of Robin R. Haynes Consulting, doing just a trailblazer, y'all, in her own right, literally doing what God has placed in her hand with precision and discipline and living out, right? What she preaches and what she teaches, she walks it out firsthand. And I am just so honored that she has um, just said yes to be in the room as well. And so we're excited. All of these ladies, doctors, yes, in their own right. They've done the work, but y'all, they are definitely um here to share with us. These are our panelists, and if you are looking to connect, if you're looking to network, and that's our panelists. There will be other women in the room who are starting from where they're starting, right? It doesn't matter if you are advanced, you've been in the business for trillions of years and you have dot, 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 there's space for you in the room. It doesn't matter if you are just starting, if you are a young person who aspires to be, you confused, you don't know where you are right now. Be in the room. There's a space for you. And I invite you to be in the room free of charge, open to the community. RSVP. We are asking that everyone takes a moment to RSVP. If you don't, we won't count it against you, but we're asking so that we can prepare accordingly, that you all take a moment to RSVP. So I'm going to go ahead and let this um play here again as we're closing out tonight. I'm just excited for what's about to happen, what's happening. Look, y'all, we're rock steady. We are rock steady. We are rock steady. Sisters, listen, it's a lot to talk about. So come with your questions. Be ready to be expanded in the room. Before you come in the room, guess what? It's already going to be implosion, something that's transforming in you right now. And so, come on, y'all. Meet us in the room. It's 1 to 3 p.m., 2 hours this Saturday at the Northwood Branch. And also, we also want to share another event or opportunity that's taking place at the same time, y'all. We have an opportunity. Yes, we are in Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves, but we're also sisters making power moves. And we have an awesome opportunity right now. The ladies who will be participating with already confirmed participation in the Sisters Making Power Moves inaugural directory. So, in early celebration of our Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves 5th year anniversary, we are putting together our inaugural directory. Okay. So, listen, when they say, y'all, you don't get a second opportunity to make a first impression. And so it's our first directory. There will be more, but why don't you just want to be first, right? So you have an opportunity, no pressure at all. But if you're a woman making power moves in your community, right from where you are, don't compare yourself to anybody else. You might be just starting out in business, ministry. Maybe you have a book. Maybe you have a calling. Maybe you have a brand. Maybe you have a story. Whatever it is, we invite you to be a part. Guess what? All of the ladies, the initial opportunity that I was sharing is one of the directory plus an opportunity to be on a group billboard in New York City in August, Friday, August the 28th. There are limited spaces left, y'all. But I did not want to leave anybody out. And so we also have two other levels. We have level 1 and we have level 2. If you're saying that, hey, I don't want to miss this opportunity, but I want to be in it, then you come in wherever is comfortable for you. There's also afterpay, it's other opportunities for payment plans and all of that. Just connect with me. No pressure, y'all. But we do what we want to do. And so if you want to get the FAQs to know how this benefits you, you can go to our website and you can click on the page and you can get all that information. But if you say, listen, I've been praying, I've been waiting for an opportunity to connect and to share who I am, this is one of those opportunities for added visibility. And yes, I don't have all the answers. I'm just being obedient to what God has given me and told me to do. So what I do believe is that the women who are for this opportunity will answer the call. I'm not calling everybody, but the ones who this is for, they will answer the call and we will move forward from there. And so I'm very excited for it. Sisters Making Power Moves. The hard deadline is July the 11th, this Saturday. We will be highlighting, spotlighting those ladies who have made a decision to bust a power move. And so we welcome you to be a part of this opportunity. Again, go to Mo's Enterprise, mos-enterprise.com to get more information, get the FAQs, and then make a decision. Make an intentional decision on, will I move forward with this power move or will I stay in the cycle that I'm in? Y'all, I hope that this tonight, has blessed you richly. I pray that you take care. I pray that you take charge. And I pray, sis, that you move. Peace and blessings. Have a great night.